Hey everyone, Mortgage Nerd here. It was an honor to be able to be interviewed by Tom Ahles, one of the presidents of AIME. That's the Association for Independent Mortgage Experts that have coined the term brokers are better. I'm a correspondent lender, which means I'm a small shop. I'm a broker with a hybrid, and so are a lot of others that are quote unquote brokers. The difference is we're not these large lenders. Anyway, Tom interviewed me regarding public relations and using that in your business. Doesn't matter if you're in the mortgage business or real estate or anything, you might learn something as far as how to leverage your business in public relations from this. Take a look and enjoy.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of AIME's Grow and Get It. I'm Tom Ahles, president of Growth, and I got the honor of having Phil Stevenson, broker owner of PS Mortgage Lending. Phil's a good supporter of the Brokers Are Better community. He actually reached out to me and had a couple of things. Yeah, I like it. Way to represent today. He had some good ideas on things that he's done, not only in his career where he was doing only reverse mortgages up until, 2017, 2014?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, and now, obviously doing forward mortgages, but we kind of touch base on some things of why public relations is important. Why don't you start us off there and tell us a little bit about, as far as public relations, what does that mean, or how can people utilize that to go out and grow their business?
So it was I kind of stumbled upon it. It was like, let me take a shot in the dark. And so, as you said, I was doing only reverse mortgages from 2011 to 2017. I've been in the business since 2005. First reverse mortgage I did was for my grandparents in 2008. And so in 2015, there was a huge change going on. For those that have originated reverse, now you have to look at credit and income. Before that, you didn't have to. It was just you're 62 and over, you have enough equity, you're good. So I had the idea. I said, let me hire this public relations firm for an entire month. Again, it was a shot in the dark. It was kind of expensive, $5,000 to hire them for a month. I wrote an article and they put it out there on all the different avenues to see what would happen. And it was about this change, reverse mortgage about to go through a huge change. And I get picked up for multiple interviews, and one of them was with Next Avenue. And it was crazy because I'm just like, whatever, I'll do this interview with this guy. And next thing I know, a public relations firm is calling me. They said, you're on Forbes. Like, what? Yeah. So Next Avenue is an independent company, but what they write for seniors and retirement gets placed on Forbes. So
you got a lot of exposure. You hired a company to be able to help publish a news piece or an article based on current times of things that are going on. So obviously you get the notoriety of this. You start to get a lot more hits on your own personal information, your company, you get some notoriety. How have you continued to leverage PR then moving forward to grow your business?
So I did it again. When there was another change, reverse mortgages are now getting harder and stuff like that. And then Next Avenue picked it up again, got on Forbes a second time. And then I told the guy, I said, listen, man, anything you need, you need me to be an expert. And that's how I'm listed on these articles. I'm interviewed as the reverse mortgage expert. And so I came out 3 times between 2015 and 2017. I haven't done anything since, but I've thought about it, especially as things progress in the market the way they are now. But now, since then, and I really only learned this, I'm going through a rebrand, and the company I'm using to rebrand, she made an advertisement for me at a local chamber, and she put the Forbes logo on there. I said, am I allowed to do that? I mean, I was just came out in the article. She says, oh yeah, for the rest of your life, that's it. You've been interviewed and quoted in Forbes. Now, everywhere I go, every advertisement I do, I can have Forbes on there. Yeah. To me, that's huge. That could help you in so many ways. When you just talk to clients that are considering, do I use this guy or do I use that big lender? Say, listen, the person you're talking to is in a call center, and I've come out in Forbes 3 times as a mortgage expert. You can Google it, Phil Stevenson Mortgage Forbes, and you'll see it come up. Can the other person say the same?
That's smart. Right. Yeah. That's so if you were looking, I know for us on the AIME side of things, we have some amazing, I'll just say, creators for content that, you'll see us all the time where AIME's pushing out messaging with Housing Wire or different magazines for you to be able to I want to say for you, a new originator right now that maybe wants to try to take that step on how do they get into the public relations side, like to foster public relations in their business? What is the key or tip for them to be able to even start? What would you suggest?
Um, there are ways of doing it without hiring a firm and spending the money I did, where you can get on those different, what's it called, like the press wires and stuff.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you could write articles, and about whatever's going on. Say, is this crash really coming? And try to put that out there. Maybe you'll get picked up in the local markets. But there's a lot, I think, that all of us collectively, if everybody thought, what could I do in this sense? What could I write? What could I put out there that's educating? Because we know how much misinformation there is about there about we're crashing, even though there's no supply.
Yes.
Um, you know, I think that if everybody did a little bit on this, it could help all of us as a whole. The tide raises all boats. And individually, someone might get picked up as an expert and start getting articles written with them, and you create a relationship with some of these reporters. And I think it's worth a shot, even if you're not hiring a public relations firm to do it for you.
Yeah, that's really smart. I got to tell you, Phil, for me personally, I just became, and it's like a lot of the things that you're saying, I'll say I stumbled upon it, but there's a local magazine for me, and I live in Minnesota. So it's called the Chanhassen.
You got the snow in the
Local
background already.
It's a city-based magazine. But then they said, hey, we have, you put an ad, or if you want to be our expert, we have an opportunity for you to be the expert, but you have to supply this written content. And I've done it. And now it's like the same thing. I'm starting to have people reach out to me, even like you mentioned, let's talk about things from our perspective. Why are mortgage brokers growing at such a rapid pace? All of this information, we know it a lot collectively within our industry, but there isn't enough information out there to where AIME does an amazing job pushing this out from an association standpoint. But as individual mortgage brokers, as broker owners, we can get out into our communities and be that expert to where they start to leverage you, whether it's news, whether it's the local print ads, whatever it is. It's really cool to see how that's worked for you. I Googled your name when you told me that. I looked it up. I'm like, oh yeah, this makes perfect sense. And it does differentiate you for being an independent mortgage expert than just some other guy that's calling in from a call center. So you're 100% correct. And, Phil, really appreciate you being here and sharing with us and the community kind of this nugget that I think a lot of us can take. If anyone has any further questions on this, don't hesitate to reach out to Phil or myself. We'll have an episode every week here at noon Eastern time on Mondays, or you can check out our past episodes on our YouTube page at AIME National. Really appreciate everyone. Hope everyone had a great time that attended Fuse. Phil, thank you for reaching out, brother. Hope you guys have an amazing day.
Awesome. Thank you.